Hey, what's up, guys? It's Tibbs, and recently I had the opportunity to sit down with the legendary solo queue king, Savix, to talk about Classic WoW. He had a lot of really awesome things to say, so hope you guys enjoy. All right, so Savix, we had the wonderful opportunity to meet each other at BlizzCon. It was great to see you, great to meet you. And if I'm not mistaken, this was your first BlizzCon, right?
Yes, this was my first BlizzCon.
How was it? Did it meet your expectations? Did it fall short? What was BlizzCon like for you for the first time?
Um, I think for the most part, I was expecting really big because everyone says it's crazy. You have to go once in a lifetime. I think it was worth going for once for sure. But more than the whole BlizzCon, I think meeting people was a lot more fun for me. Like meeting my fans, meeting friends, streamers. Like that whole experience was really, really good. The
Yeah.
whole BlizzCon, it was cool to see trailers. I think that's about it. I did play demos, but it wasn't like crazy cool.
Yeah, I got you. I got you. How was the KFC over there, by the way?
The KFC, I had a fantastic dinner, man.
Hashtag sponsored, dude.
Sponsored video.
So, what's the story with the KFC in the background? What's the story behind it?
I just got hungry and Tips wanted to do this interview, so I'm like, dude, I just had KFC and we can do it right here. It's the perfect setting.
There you go. Perfect, perfect. So he's stationed outside the KFC, live on the
Hmm.
scene, of course, of course.
Very
Um,
live.
um, so yeah. So it looks like like obviously the first time going to BlizzCon, I'm sure you had like expectations, like in your life, like you probably thought about going to BlizzCon for a while now,
Hmm.
and you
I've
find
been wanting to go for like years and years, and finally I went.
that's so awesome, man. Was there like a
Right.
defining moment? Like, did something happen where you're like, "Whoa, like this is amazing," or "Whoa, this sucks"? I mean, was there any like kind of defining moment there?
I don't think there's any suck, but I think it was like, whoa, there's so many people out here. And it's just, we're all like gamers over there. People play the same game. And I've been a huge fan of Blizzard game since I was like 10 or something. I played like Warcraft 2 and then Diablo, Warcraft 3, World of Warcraft. I basically played like every Blizzard game. And to go in an environment where all these people hang out was like amazing.
Yeah, absolutely. Like seeing everybody
Mhm.
there was freaking insane.
Yeah, so many people.
I know, and
Actually,
like,
so much walking too. My legs were dying, dude.
dude, okay, so like,
Was it the same for you?
dude, yeah, like you see the map, right? Like they give you the map like a couple weeks in advance, and you're looking at, it, you're like, okay, it's not bad. How are they gonna fit all these people in here? And then you go, and it's like, holy crap, it's huge, and like just the
Right.
lines and like going like all over the place. Oh, it was freaking. My knees are still shot, man.
And then we're like streamers and YouTubers, so we don't walk around much nowadays. So going there and walking every day, that was pretty tiring, dude.
Yeah, I haven't walked since BlizzCon, dude. I've been glued to this chair. I've been glued to this chair, dude. I forgot how to walk, man.
Oh man.
But yeah, dude, it was great. It was awesome seeing you and Clack, man.
Yeah, that was. I think I saw you first at Taco Bell, right?
Yeah, it was dope, dude.
Dude, it was awesome. You're eating that delicious burrito.
Dude, we got to do it again next year, man.
Yeah,
Hell yeah.
I'd be down.
But in terms of classic, which is
Mhm.
really what we're all about over here, we got a little bit of news in classic. We got a release date time frame, summer 2019, and we got an update on the subscription model. So I guess I'm going to start with the big one, which is the release date.
Mhm.
Summer 2019. When you heard it, how did you feel? Do you agree with the time frame? Is it a good time to launch classic? What's your take on it?
Honestly, for me, I would like it soon as possible because I love classic. But I see their point of view. 8.1 is coming out on December 11th, I think,
Mhm.
and they're doing a new PvP season in January, early January. They're doing a reset for season 2. So it's like new season, new patch, new content. Blizzard would like us to play that for a little bit, and then summer comes, we play vanilla. I think their timing's good in their spot, but for us, we would like it earlier. But I think this is good. We'll get like alpha, beta, and then it's gonna be out, right?
I hope so. Yeah, definitely, definitely. And it's
Mhm.
interesting you bring up that time frame. So January's new PvP season. I think. Do you
Hmm.
think they would do an alpha before or during that? They'd probably wait a couple of weeks at least, or like a month after the season, maybe.
Yeah, I think maybe in the January, late January, or yeah, possibly late January we'll get alpha or something. Some news from them, hopefully.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. After they announced that, I think we went 7 months without news. Then they released a water cooler update, and fortunately, we've gotten a lot of news since then. Um, but before we talk about the future, let's talk about the past a little bit. So you
Uh,
said you love Classic. Did you play Classic WoW back in the day?
I did. I mean, when I make videos and talk about classic, or I made a, I think it was 2012 or 2014. I made a vanilla video talking about my background, and then recently I made this best race guide. And then I think S-Fan watched it on stream, Payo watched it on stream. They all agreed to it. But some people are like, dude, you never played Classic. Don't pretend like you did. I'm like, what did I play? Like, I've been a Blizzard fan for a long time. I did play. Little background, I started playing as Alliance, and then I made a Rogue, and I got to Commander, so I could wear the full PvP set. And then if you get to Commander, you get a mount for free. The Epic Black Tiger or Epic. I got the Black Tiger because that looked amazing. And so we grinded to Commander for that mount because mount's really expensive, right?
Yeah, yeah.
And yeah, I just loved Classic. It was the best game I could play back then.
Out of all the versions of WoW since Classic, do you
Mm-hmm.
still hold Classic as number one, or do you like another version more?
That's a good question. I think BC is fun too. Wrath was fun. There was a lot of bugs, but I think the most fun part about BC was them introducing Arena. And then we also got flying mounts. We got a whole new island. And it was just an amazing experience. I think BC would be fun too.
Yeah, hopefully sometime in the future, man. Hopefully, you never know.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But yeah, like as a vanilla veteran, you're going back to Classic now. Hopefully, summer 2019, maybe before with an alpha or beta. But at the same time, you're also this like PvP legend. You know, you're the solo queue legend. Give us a little background on the solo queue story. How did that start? What was the movement behind it? And why do you press so hard for solo queue in retail WoW?
Solo queue. I think this is a very important topic. I don't know if I could talk about it well here, but I haven't talked about it in a while. Basically, it's when we say solo queue, people think it's like 1v1, and that would be cool to see. We love 1v1, but it's not 1v1. When we say solo queue, it means solo queuing into 3v3 arena or RBGs. And we would just love to have that because as a PvP player, a lot of people have different jobs, work, streamers, and then it's kind of hard to match time frames to play with an arena partner all the time. So it'll be awesome for a game to just have solo queue so people that are busy that can't find partners or have time to play with their partners be able to queue and just play, right? So that's how it started. Like a lot of my viewers too, Savix, I have a hard time finding arena partner. How do I find teams? I want to play and get practice. And there's no way these players can get good practice unless they're solo queue. Because even in skirmish has no rating, so you can meet with any levels. But if you have a solo queue ranked system, you will be placed with people around your MMR and your similar skill level, so you can push up together with them. And I think that would be like a beautiful system for Blizzard to put. Of course, there's gonna be some bad things coming with solo queue, like toxic people, people AFKing, but we have that in like every other game, like Overwatch, Heroes of the Storm. If they don't get to play what they want, they just AFK or throw. Like in WoW, we'll have some games like that. I think I talked to Halinka about it, and that was the number one thing he was worried about, like toxicity being brought over to WoW. But I think that's something that's really hard to fix for WoW. But if people break the rules, they can just ban them for maybe a week or so they can't queue solo queue. I think there's solutions that they can work with.
Yeah,
And
absolutely.
I think it'll be really, really good for PvP. And yesterday, one of the arena tournament player, Botar, he made a big post about solo queue and wrote like an essay and basically giving Blizzard to read over it and saying why the argument to why solo queue is good. And I think that was really good. I don't know how you feel about it. Like, do you agree with the solo queue or?
Dude, totally, man. Like honestly, like having arena partners, it's probably one of the hardest things. I think it's harder than
Mhm.
finding a guild for raiding because
Right.
number one, the pool of people that want to do PvE content is just always going to be bigger than the pool that want to do PvP content. And the second thing is like if you want an arena partner and you want to push, you got to be playing every single day. You don't raid every single
Right.
day, but you got to
Hmm.
PvP every single day. And it's like finding people that can be there for like at least 2 to 3 hours every single day is like really,
Right.
really, really hard. So yeah, dude, I'd be totally in favor of it, man. I'd be totally in favor of it.
Uh, I
But
would love that.
yeah, man. It would be awesome, and it's just solo queue is just one of the many things that you've kind of been pushing forward in retail WoW, and you do have that retail WoW pedigree and that skill set. So going back to the linked subscription, as somebody that both really loves classic WoW and also has his foot in the door in retail WoW, how do you see both games complementing each other now that we know the subscription is linked?
The subscription link, like if we pay for BFA, we have free vanilla, right? We could play
Basically,
vanilla.
yeah. You don't even need to buy BFA. You just have to sub to the game. So all you need is $15 a month.
Oh wow! So if I'm a new player, I just sub and I get to play WoW.
Yeah, exactly.
That's
Get to
how
play classic. Yeah.
I like that a lot, actually. I was actually talking to that with my brother. If Classic comes out, where we have to pay two separate fees, where we have to buy another copy of WoW, and my brother's like, dude, if they make us buy another WoW, I'd be pissed because I bought original WoW back in the day, and I'm like, dude, you're right. And it's like, I think what they're doing is really good, linking subscription, so people get to play Classic, or if people get bored of Classic, they can play the retail, etc. I think it's really good. I love how they did that.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Like I was talking to Chinglish about this a little bit earlier. It's like
Mm-hmm.
nobody's ever going to quit WoW now because if you get bored of one version, just go to
Mm,
the other. And then you play that for a couple months, you get bored, go back to the one you missed now. It's like you can just ping pong back and forth and it just
right.
like it's going to boost the sub numbers like crazy, man, because all you
Mm-hmm.
have to pay is one sub, you get both games.
Right, you get two games. That's a win-win.
Exactly, exactly. So yeah, those are the two like kind of big pieces of news we got at BlizzCon. But the bigger thing, the most important thing, we actually got to play Classic. We got to play it for about a week and a half after BlizzCon for about 10 days, and that was in the form of the Classic demo. So you played Classic back in the day. Describe, your first impressions of the demo. When you first logged in, what did you like? What did you not like? What'd you take away from the demo?
Dude, when I first logged in, I think I logged in BlizzCon, and I almost cried, man. I was like, oh man, this brings back so much memory. Seeing the old Westfall again, and seeing the character models, I just felt amazing. I think the whole classic community is really good. I love the people in the classic community, and in that short period we played, and then you hosting the tournament, awesome tournament by the way.
Thanks.
And dude, I just had the best time, I think. At first I was like, why would I want to level? Because if I level now, it's gonna disappear and I would have to re-level again. If you have that mindset, it's like you don't want to do it, but just to experience it again, I did it and I don't regret any of it. I think the whole grind and questing, leveling, meeting people, it was amazing. It felt like I was playing classic again.
Yeah.
It feels different. I don't know if like people understand, but playing BFA in classic, it's like a whole different community. I don't know if you feel the same, but
No, absolutely. It's a whole like
yeah.
the people that are in classic, and I could be biased when I say this, but like the
Hmm.
classic community, especially like those that have wanted it for a long time and like had to deal with like NOS shutting down and like all the drama and stuff,
Hmm.
like it's a much closer community because those players
Yeah.
had to deal with adversity and at the same time, like the way classic works, it's a very social game. So people tend to be more social in classic
Hmm.
because they know how important that is. But yeah.
I agree. I agree.
Yeah. But yeah, anything in the demo that caught you by surprise that you'd forgotten, like was still in the game?
Trying to remember. Hmm. I can't think right now. I just loved it. That's all I can say, dude. It was just amazing.
How was the pace of leveling for you? It's obviously really different from BFA, huh?
Oh, that's really slow, and the quest is much harder. I think I died a lot too. I pulled too many Murlocs at Westfall, and I would die, dude. And the looting too. These you have to loot these livers, and I killed like 20 boars. I got like 2 livers. I'm like, come on.
Yeah.
And that brought me a lot of memories from the old times.
Absolutely.
Because
But
you're gonna have a lot of quests like that.
yeah, but it feels more satisfying when you finish it, right? Because like finally,
Oh, dude, one thing too, like when you get a green, oh man, it is so satisfying because it's hard to get greens or even blues. I think blues are like almost purples to BFA right now. Actually, it's really easy getting gear in BFA. It just feels really rewarding whenever you do something in
yeah,
Classic.
because it's so like I said, it's funny. I think actually blues and classic, and you kind of just said it too. I think blues and classic are rarer than purples in BFA.
It's super rare, dude.
Yeah.
Even to get like a shoulder pad, I was like, oh shit, dude.
Yeah, dude. The two big or the 3 big classic milestones: getting your shoulder pads, getting a long cloak. You know what I'm talking about? You know how the cloaks are?
The long
Cloak. And getting a helmet. Like those 3 like milestones are always like a big deal. It's crazy.
100%, I agree.
Yeah. So the demo lasted about 10 days. Got to test a variety of different things. Did you have a preference between Alliance or Horde? Obviously, Alliance got to do Westfall. Horde got to do Barons. Did you prefer one or the other, and why was it Horde?
Honestly, man, I played Alliance in vanilla, so for me, like since I started Alliance, it's kind of hard to go back to Horde. But I remember as a teenager playing Alliance, I regretted super hard. That guy's like staring at me. I was like, what the heck? Okay, let me cover him up. I regretted a lot, and I was watching montages and Drake Dog Lane Time. They would use like Will of the Forsaken or kite the people and cannibalize, and I was like, wow, I really want to do that.
Yeah.
And Tips talked to me.
Yes, I did.
Private call, and he was recruiting me, and that touched me. For sure, I was getting Alliance for sure. Before you talked to me, like 100% Alliance side. And then after you talked to me, I was like, shit, now I'm in the middle, like 50-50. Should I go Horde or Alliance? And I don't know if you're going to talk about the whole scaling of the players. Are you going to talk about that too? Or
Yeah, we can talk about it. No problem.
Okay. So since there's a lot more streamers going Alliance, Tips was mentioning it will be healthier for some people to go Horde as well. So there will be a little balance and we can have rivalries. I think rivalry is a really fun thing too. And that builds up tension. You try to beat each other, and it's really fun. And it'll be good if it was kind of balanced, Horde and Alliance. And it is a PvP server. We are going to PvP server, I'm sure, right? We're going to PvP,
absolutely,
right?
absolutely, yeah.
We have to. So we would have PvP server. It would suck for Horde to have a few number and Alliance to have more, and you're just dying to the Alliance all the time. That would suck so much, dude.
Yeah, absolutely. For both sides, like,
yeah.
Like if you think about Classic, like Classic has a defined amount of content. Like it's a game that is technically, it's got 2 years and that's it in terms of content. But at the same time, it's got this great social ecosystem. And one of the best ways to continue making content for Classic is the community and the rivalries, Horde versus Alliance, World PvP, World boss battles. Like I'd say that's like half of the experience right there. So even if you're like on a server with 90% Alliance, 10% Horde, it's not fun to be the Horde or the Alliance on that server because you miss out.
Right.
Yeah, you miss out on all the battles, you miss out on the World PvP, the rivalries, everything. So no, absolutely, dude. You gotta go Horde, man. You gotta go Horde.
How about in the comments? You guys write Alliance or Horde, and maybe I'll decide on that.
Oh, let's go, dude! Let's go! You guys know what to do, okay? You guys know what to do. Let's do it, dude. Let's do it.
But I'll be fighting along the side you guys choose.
Hell yeah, dude. Hell yeah. Let's go. Don't fail me, boys. Don't fail me now.
Oh man.
But whatever happens, it's gonna be awesome. What are your goals for Classic? Like, what are the things you're looking forward to most when it comes?
This is one thing I mentioned in my streams too. I feel like Classic WoW won't be the same experience I had when I was younger, because now people know how to level faster. We know the main objective. We know what the best in slots are. When I played back then, I didn't know. I would be like stuck at level 30, just ganking people in STV. And I wouldn't even go for a max level. I just explore WoW and just level up, trying to get these cool gears that doesn't even matter if I level up a few more. I'm just going to get a better piece. I didn't know that. I just played for fun, but now people are just going to go for the end game and just try to grind out the best in slots. So it won't be the same, but for me, I would like to get to max level fast as possible, and then grind to rank 14, and then after that, I'll do raids, etc. And grinding to rank 14, I'm probably gonna die. It's gonna be competitive like back in the day if it was the same. Like
Absolutely.
weekly reset. Yeah, and then dude, okay, we went to Barons. Me and my guild, my brothers, we go to Barons a lot back in the day and just kill everyone. But we would tell the low levels, do not kill the quest givers. And one guy always kills it, and I would get like dishonorable kill, dishonorable kill. Oh no, my honor points, dude. And you just get deducted. So people gotta careful for that too. If you're
Yeah.
trying to push. Like world PP is good, but do not kill NPCs. You're just gonna get dishonorable kill.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. You got to stay outside of the raid group when
Yeah.
you go to the towns, but yeah, no, you're dude. Ranking is going to be amazing. Like
Mm-hmm.
a lot of people realize how long it takes, but I think over the years, people have this notion that ranking, like you don't need to have skill, you just need to put in the time.
Mm-hmm.
That's
Just
not,
grind it out.
yeah, just grind it. That's not entirely true. Like the way it works,
Mm-hmm.
especially now with like all the competition, the way it works is you have to win. Like when you win games, you get more honor.
Oh yeah.
So you have
Mm-hmm.
to win more games to get more honor. You know, at the end of the day. So it's not like you can just go and AFKQ. It's like you got to win. You got to
Right.
win. You know,
You
it's
gotta
not.
work your way up, dude.
Yeah, it's amazing. So you are gonna go for the rank 14 grind?
I'm gonna go. I'm gonna be grinding with tips out, I think.
Hell yeah, dude. Let's do it, dude. Get me hyped, man.
Wait, are you going for it too?
I think I'm gonna go for it. Yeah, I think I'm gonna go
Yeah.
for it. We're setting up a pre-made right now.
Really?
I'll talk to you about it a little bit more.
Oh shit, dude. It's like a
But
football team.
yeah, straight up, dude. It's like, but it depends on the release. So they talked about like the content release schedule. I don't know how familiar you are with like vanilla patches and how content was released over time in vanilla. But
Mhm.
basically, they're introducing the battleground system when it was introduced back in vanilla, which was about 6 months after the release. But that changes a
Mhm.
lot. It changes like how, I guess, how desirable it is to rank. You know, are they going to have the updated PvP gear? Are they going to have the old PvP gear? There's a lot of factors that go into it that make it more
Right.
desirable. But whatever it
Uh-huh.
is, we'll just do it for fun, man. We gotta get rank 14.
Yeah.
Like it's a goal, you know?
Yeah. We
Yeah,
gotta do it.
absolutely.
100%. Wait, didn't they talk about starting at like patch 1.12, or is there a did they talk about what patch we're gonna start from, or?
Yeah, so they're using patch 112. They said as like the foundation for the game.
Mm-hmm.
And I assume that means like all the talents of patch 1.12 are going to be there at the start. The itemization probably is going to be as it was in 112. They're going with like 16 debuff slots. A lot of it's going to be 112, but in terms of content release, like actual raids, dungeons,
Mm.
battlegrounds, etc., they're going to go progressive. So at
Okay.
launch, you're only going to have Molten Core and Onyxia, then you're going to get Blackwing Lair in a next patch, and then you're going to get, you know, so on and so forth, AQ, Nax. Not everything's going to be available right at the start.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Yeah, so it's hopefully exciting. A lot of content patches to come out. But
Can't wait, dude.
I know, but it's a wait. Like, here's the thing, like,
Can't wait. Do you have to wait like almost a year, huh?
yeah, because summer could be as early as June, but could also be as late as early September. So it's
Mm-hmm.
like early September is like 10 months away, or like 9.5 months away, and then June is like 6.5 months away at the earliest. So it could be from 6.5 months to 9.5 months. It could be a long time. Yeah.
Um,
Are you having the post demo blues, man? Are you feeling depressed now the demo's gone?
dude, I was so sad. I put so much time into the demo,
Yeah.
and we were all grinding too for best of slots so we could do get in tournament.
Yeah.
that was a lot. That one tournament, that was a lot of memory. Like Peo
Absolutely.
was crying too. He was like, "I'm gonna remember this."
Oh my god.
Yeah,
It was
I really
amazing.
want to play, dude.
Yeah, man. It was. I mean, just the community coming out for that tournament, both tournaments. It was great. It was fantastic. It
Mhm.
was. I think that was what like it showed what classic was all about in like a very
Yeah,
small period of time.
I
Um,
think it really showed how strong the classic community is and how many people there are. Like the people that showed up to the event, and it was just a group thing. I loved it. It was cool.
Absolutely. You think we're
It's
gonna
good
do
to
a lot
see.
more of those in classic?
Dude, we will do for sure. We'll have like alliance versus hordes and raids. We'll do a lot of those too. We'll do
Absolutely.
some fun things.
Man, it's exciting. It is
Mhm.
exciting. But for now, we have to deal with what we have, and
Right.
in our case, right now, it's Project 60.
Hmm.
So, how is Project 60 for you right now? How's it going? How have you liked
Project
it?
60.
Yeah.
Um, I actually didn't do quests after the whole cataclysm thing.
Hmm.
I think I did it like once, but I didn't realize how much WoW changed the questing areas and how slowly you leveled without heirlooms. And it took me a while to get to 60, but I think I wasn't the slowest one. I think I was one of the first streamers that got to 60.
Hmm.
And when I was raiding yesterday, everyone was saying, "Dude, Savage, you were the first one. S-Fan's doing 50, Stasif is 30." And I'm like, what are they doing? You're 60, right? I think you
Yeah,
got to
yeah,
60.
yeah.
Congrats, congrats.
Thanks.
Yeah, so dude, you can already see me and Tips out. We're gonna be 60 fast and grind out that rank 14.
Hell yeah, dude.
You know it, dude.
Absolutely.
Anyways, the whole Project 60, I'm liking it. The community's still there. When I was raiding, I met really cool people. I can't name all of them, but they're really friendly. They give me like free enchants, and we try to do the boss same as before. It's not gonna be the same experience, of course, but it kind of brought memories, like how hard these raids are. Like when we were fighting the Blackwing Lair Chroma,
Yeah, Crom. I guess yeah, he's not
huh,
easy, dude.
dude, that guy is not easy. We died so many times, and it brought memories. Like, wow, it's tough.
Yeah,
I mean, it's probably easier, but it's still tough, dude.
yeah, like I think especially like this is with the advanced toolkits of today. Like this is with heroic leaps and
Mm-hmm.
like I don't know what the cooldown on sprint is for rogues, but it's like I'm sure a lot faster today than it used to be. Like I think there was a big kind of false notion that classic raids are a cakewalk. It's like they're not a
It's
cakewalk. Like
yeah,
you
it's
know,
not.
like the top guilds are gonna clear them fast, but like the average guild who's getting to 60 for the first time or maybe hasn't played since vanilla and stuff, you're gonna struggle a little bit even in molten
Right,
core.
right.
Yeah.
Of course. And you have to like farm for fire resist gear or nature resist. Like it's a lot of grind and work, dude. Like
Absolutely.
nowadays, we just go in, tank and spank. We don't need resist gears. I actually really like resist gear. I don't know why they like removed that. That
I
was
don't.
something to grind for, and it was a really good aspect to the game, I think.
I agree. Like, imagine if instead of like pruning stats and pruning things, they they like made things more complex. Imagine if they added stats over the years instead of took them away and like added like
Mm,
different itemization. Like I always think about that. Like,
right.
imagine how cool like and complex WoW would be today if they did that.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
And I missed one thing that demo brought me back. Like when I was dueling as a paladin,
Hmm.
I would swap from my two-hander, and when a hunter's kiting me, I would put on my sword and board, and I would have spirit in my shield, and like I would regen mana and have more armor walking towards them, and then when I'm close to them, I'll swap to my two-handers. Like we don't do that kind of thing in BFA anymore, and that kind of upsets me. That was a lot of skill right there, just changing those few things, and I kind of miss those stuff.
Yeah. Those small like
Uh
extra
huh.
skill cap things that just raise
Right.
the skill cap a little higher and they just got taken away over the years.
Uh huh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But summer 2019, it's far, but technically not too far. Within the next 8, 9 months, hopefully, we'll be playing Classic WoW on Horde side, of course. Ganking
Okay.
S-Fan and stay safe on the way, dude.
Oh man.
Chat, comments. Let me know in the comments below. Savix said he said it on stream. You said it on video.
What should
You guys pick. You guys pick Horde or Alliance for him. You guys know what to do. Yeah, zug.
Dude, I accidentally unplugged my headphones right there for a little bit.
All good, no problem, man, no problem. I know you got a lot of stuff to do today. I know you're very busy. Is there any shout outs you want to give to anybody before we end it here?
Shout outs to this great guy named Tips Out. Make sure you subscribe, like, check out his Twitch as well. And that's it, man. That's it. I'd like to shout out the whole Classic community for making this happen and staying strong. Like, you guys did it. I couldn't do solo queue, but you guys did it. You guys did it. That's like big shout outs,
dude. It's the best community, and we'll get solo queue too. We'll get it there one day, hopefully. We'll keep pushing.
Solo queue will happen, dude. It will happen.
Definitely. Dude, no problem. And guys, if you want to catch more of Savix, twitch.tv/Savix_TV, right?
Thank you. Yes.
There it is.
Savix_TV.
And you can see it in the panels right underneath his frame. Savix, thank you so much for coming on today, dude. Very much looking forward to playing with you in Classic. And guys, we'll see you next time. Take care. To see more of Savix, you can check him out live on his Twitch channel, twitch.tv/Savix_TV. It's linked in the description below. But aside from that, have a wonderful day, fellas. I'll see you guys live on Twitch. And as always, tips out, baby.